Right, we are live. Hello once again, YouTubers. Andy with you with another live stream video. I was hoping to get out this morning, do some more drone flying with my Avata and also my Neo as well. Unfortunately, it's absolutely chucking it down out there big time this morning, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. So I thought I'd jump on here and make a little kind of a video. Not quite the same, is it? But I just want to show you something. One of my subscribers, I think he's subscribed, sent me some lights the other day. Mark, his name is. There are some links down below. You can go and check these out. And I have to say that these are probably, in fact, they are the best drone lights I've ever had. Okay. I'm not sure they're going to fit. They probably will actually, but in his eBay listing, he's got them on the Neo 1 original, and that's what they look like that there. Now, these are absolutely blinding. They seriously are. These are the strongest lights I've ever used on a drone. I tried to take them out yesterday in the dark, in the garden, flying it around. Unfortunately, it crashed. And the reason why it crashed is because the downward sensors on the bottom of the Neo original here, they need to see the ground. If there's no downward light, they can't they don't know where they are, but it does something funky and goes and crashes in a tree or something. But I've managed to overcome that with the Avata. I'll show you what I've done with the Avata. What I've done with the Avata is not what the lights are kind of meant for in a sense, but you can adapt them to the Avata, and I think it's going to be really good because I want to get into to do some night flying as well. Now, these lights pack an absolute punch. Okay, I'm not getting paid for this. If I see a product and I think it's a good one, I'm more than happy to review it, let's say, and perhaps even promote it in a sense. But this is not a massive business. This guy operates, I think, is basically kind of a man cave kind of an operation, but to be honest, they got some serious light to them. I'm going to turn them on. So two buttons at the top there. Okay, button on the left hand side, keep it pressed down, front light comes on. Okay, there we go. And then you press a short press again. There's two lights. Okay, another short press, and then hang on a second, and then the other one should come on. There we go. And then you got two front lights there. Can you see that? I tell you what, that just knocks it out the park, doesn't it? And to add insult to injury, there's another light at the top there. You just press another button on the right hand side. Press it down a bit, and you got that there. So you got it all going on there. I mean, that is just like, this is going to be incredible. This is just what I needed, you know, to do some night flying. I'm so excited about this. I want to get out there. I wanted to go out last night, but just chucked it down with rain, and to turn them off, just press the button, you know, just keep it pressed in, basically. Off it goes. And where's the other one? On, off it goes again. And that is some serious lightage there, guys. Serious lightage. I've done something really funky to my Avata. Okay, this is amazing, guys. Look at that. That's an absolute monster, isn't it? I mean, that's going to light up the whole forest, I hope. A little button at the back there. Turn it on. You've got some green flashing lights, which obviously is kind of a requirement now. Got some lights on the side, two lights. They do something similar. So I'm going to press the top one. Hang on a second. I hope I got enough charge in it. Am I pressing it right? Hang on a second. It'll be all right on the night, Andy. Don't worry, mate. Okay, I'm doing something wrong there, aren't I? Am I doing something wrong? Hang on a second. Work. Bloody work. You're live, boy. You're live. Work. Okay. Probably doing something wrong there, I think. Hang on a second. Perhaps it needs some charge, I think. But anyway, I've been playing with these lights. I've not charged them up. That's maybe the reason why they haven't come on. I've also got some on the bottom as well, which are very similar to the ones on the Neo original. So once again, just press it. Boom. On it goes. Quick press. And on goes the other one as well, and also the one at the bottom there as well. There we go. That's just one set of lights. The lights at the top are twice as powerful as the ones at the bottom. And also I've got the down lights as well. So therefore the sensor at the bottom there of the Avata can actually see downwards. Okay, so I'll be skimming through the forest, I don't know, at night sometimes, at some point anyway. So I want to try and get this light on, you know, because this is just an absolute banging light. Some serious lightage. Morning, Shep. Hope you're well, mate. GM Spink, good morning, sir. I'm trying to fiddle them out with these lights. For some reason, they're just not working at the moment. I think they probably need charging up. Oh, there we go. A bit of light there. Oh, I've turned it off. Hang on a second. Had it on just now. Work. It will work. Well, there we go. Oh, it's me. All along, it was me, probably. And yeah, you got 3 very, very powerful LEDs there. Also, the ones at the bottom as well. I can get them to work. Well, fingers and thumbs at the moment. So you can imagine this going through the forest, can't you? Filming as well. Filming away, of course. And that's something which I want to do probably when it stops raining. I've got a busy weekend with the family and with work and whatever else. So I might not be able to do something this weekend. Sunday might be a possibility. So I want to try and get out Sunday, do some night flying or even some day flying. I've also got myself a set of night vision kind of camera goggles. So I need to charge this up. So I have this set up looking probably into the forest. And what you'll see is a beam of light probably going around the forest. If I crash it, it shouldn't be a problem at night. Of course, I've got the flashing lights at the back there. Okay, I'm going to pick that up. Also, I've got my Find My Drone aspect on my app as well within, you know, the whole DJI thing going on there. And also the lights at the front. So that's just a little something there, guys. Now, what I've done here is probably not what it was meant for, but you can adapt it. I'm going to attempt this now. This could go terribly wrong, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm now going to show you with the Neo 1, probably the same with the Neo 2, how to actually install these things. I just need to take everything off. Okay. I would take that off. That's the light there. You've also got 2 bits of plastic. There goes the gimbal. So when you buy it, you'll get the bits of plastic here. You also get a light. You'll get some straps like that there. And also you'll get some little zip ties like this. And I'm now going to attempt live on camera. And this is going to go terribly wrong. I just know it is. But I'm going to give it a go for the second time on how to install these lights to your Neo 1 or even possibly the Neo 2. I've not tried it on the Neo 2 yet, just because I went on eBay and saw that there were pictures of the Neo 1. So basically, you got like a little loop there, which kind of goes over there like that. Okay, just next to the body. It's got to be a fairly tight fit, obviously. So that's one in there. You can see that all just kind of hooks around. And then do the same the other side. Okay, that gives you kind of a platform or a base. You will notice that there's like a little hole. You can see, I don't know if you can see that at all going through there. And I believe that's where a zip tie goes through. Well, it kind of works for me anyway. And then you get your camera, place it on top like that. And also at the bottom of that little base there is like a little hole going through there. And you've got to line it up perfectly with the holes on the actual base. So it takes a bit of practice to do. And then what you do, I believe, by the way, is that you get a zip tie. Okay, and then what you want to do is try and feed it through the little hole. And this is ever so fiddly, and I can't see it very well because the light isn't great. That might help. So you need to try and just feed it through if you can. And this is where it's going to go terribly wrong. But I'm going to give it a go, guys. I'll give it a go. Remember Blue Peter years ago when they used to have all these you know, and you do that, they fiddle around with it for a while, it goes terribly wrong, and then they get the other one and it looks something like this. Well, I haven't got that luxury, I'm afraid, especially when you're doing it live on air. Right, so I've got it going through. I need to get it through the other flange now, the other one, the other side, which I'm just kind of struggling with at the moment. Probably a two-man job if I was honest. Or you could cheat and take it off, of course, and then probably put it back on again, which is probably the best thing to do, which is what I'm going to do right now. There we go. There we go. Right. And it looks something like that. Okay. Right. Okay. So you got the base, you got the lights, you got the zip tie going all the way through. And then what you want to do is that you want to kind of loop it over and then secure the zip tie. Here comes my son. Right, Michael? Yeah. Something like that. And there we go. I think that's how it's done. That's really, really solid. Of course, you've got the lights facing forward, or you can have them facing backwards. And then to make it like really neat and tidy, just cut it off there like that, so it doesn't get caught in the props. And there's your lights all ready to go. Haven't flown this one for a while actually. Still a great drone, by the way, fantastic drone. So if you're into night flying, or you could even possibly lose your drone somewhere, a bit of added security right there. You know, you could have the light on top, perhaps. You know, I think you probably find that in the forest or somewhere quite easily. I'm not sure how long they last for, probably hours, I expect. But just something else there, you know, as another safety precaution. If you do lose your drone, perhaps you can't find it somewhere, with a find your drone aspect on the app, that might come in handy. I think it flashes as well, but I haven't worked that one out yet. I know it flashes because Mark in his video got them to flash. I suppose I could do this one here, but I'll probably save it for another day because I've got it all set up now for the way I want it. So I can just basically grab this. I'm on full battery charge, so that's basically ready and waiting to go out and to fly in the forest. So I'll probably do that on my next video, guys. That's what I want to try and do anyway at some point. But I need to charge up my Casso night vision goggles, set up in the forest somewhere, looking into the forest, seeing that kind of flying around. You see a big beam of light kind of go. That would be quite spooky, actually, wouldn't it? That would be good. So that'll be video hopefully coming sometime soon. I don't know yet, whenever it stops raining. I was hoping to get out today, but I think rain set in the whole day, and I just don't think I can get out. I want to try and get out at least 2 or 3 times a week if I can. So Yorkshire native, this will increase the line of sight as well, probably. Can't wait to see this in action. Neither can I, to be honest. I think it's going to be pretty bloody awesome. You could actually, if you wanted to, because these kind of move now, you could shift one over there, and also you could take it off, and then I could take the one from the Neo One here, because I've got 3. You sent me 3 to try and to review. I think straight out the bat, I think they're going to be fantastic, to be honest, straight out the gate. I could then put this one on there. So that give me 1, 2, 3 massive lights, lots of light going down, which is going to be good for the sensor underneath there, because that needs to see, you know, how far it is away off the ground. That's the reason why the Neo crashed in the garden yesterday, because it just couldn't see the ground. So it did something funky and smacked into a tree. So yeah, lots of lights going on here. There is a link down below to anyone who wants to go and have a look. Yeah, I don't think it makes many, to be honest, but these are, for me, I've seen some lights before. I've used some as well. These, to me, where's my other lights? They might be around here somewhere. I don't think where they are. I'll go and grab them at some point and probably show you. But for me, these just bang out the light. They're just incredible. I just need to perhaps put them on charge or something. Try and get them working again. Yeah, but that's going to be awesome, isn't it? I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be really cool, I reckon. Oh, that lightage going on. Yeah. Looking forward to that. I think I'll make a good video, guys. I just can't seem to get the top one working somehow. I think it's probably low on battery. I think I was messing around with it last night. I haven't put it on charge. You get lots of USB-C cable connectors. There is a charging point somewhere at the side there. So basically just plug it in. It doesn't take batteries, just plug it in and it charges up. There's an internal battery on board there. So you just plug it in, charge up. It probably lasts several hours, I expect, but yeah, that's some serious kit. And I know it can take the weight, okay, the Avata, because this here is my 360 camera. That's 165 grams plus all the other gubbinses as well, the fixings. Takes up to about 170 grams and it handles it quite well. That's a light piece of kit. So's that, and so's the other one. If I decide to put that one on, it's going to come to less than 170 or 165. So I've got no problems whatsoever. This thing is going to be able to manage to fly very adequately with all the lightage going on, and that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing this. You know, I know my videos are a little bit samey, right? There's reasons why I go in the forest. I really love what I do. It gives me a great sense of freedom in a world which just seems to be bloody falling apart at the moment. I'm just going to take the light off of the little Neo there. I'm going to see if I can actually put it to the bottom of the Avata to give me loads more lightage. It's exactly the same as that one. It's his twin brother in actual fact. So what I am going to do live on air, this could go terribly wrong because I fiddled and messed about with it last night for a good 20 minutes getting it right. So you've got Velcro straps. Velcro straps are brilliant, by the way. If you're thinking of doing this, it has to be Velcro straps. They're light and they just like stick like crap to a blanket, basically. And they're really good. You just cannot, it's like USB, you know, cables, C and whatever else. You just can't get enough of those damn things. Velcro straps are just like a bit of a godsend, really. I'm running out of room here, guys. Right, so I don't know if you can see that at all. Can I angle it down a little bit? I don't know if I can. Stay. Here we go. Right, so I'm now going to try and manipulate this in such a way that I can get it, because you got like a little bit of room underneath there. Okay, a little bit of room under there. So enough for a Velcro strap to kind of go through like that. So that one's going to go that side there. So it's on one wing. The other one I'm going to face in the same direction. I'm going to put it on the other wing over there. I just don't want it to get too close to the prop. So I'll have them maybe, could put them a bit wider perhaps. I don't know. I can fiddle about with it in a moment, but I'm just going to tighten it up. So it looks something like that. Something like that, maybe. I'm just making sure that there's no, it's not going to hit the props in any way at all. Bit of movement there. So what I do need to do is tighten it up a little bit. But I think this would go down an absolute barnstormer, by the way. That's only half power. That is only half power. That is 50% power. In fact, it's less than that because I haven't even got the top light on yet, or the bottom lights. So loads of lights going on. There's poor old deer and yetis in the forest. They don't know what's coming, do they? They really haven't got a clue what's coming. I think it's the apocalypse or whatever else. There we go, guys. So that basically is going to be my nighttime setup. It's probably not advertised, you know, for doing that, but I just think these lights are so versatile that you can do that with them. Of course, you can get them facing backwards as well as forwards, I suppose, if you're that way inclined. I'm trying to get Randall, where he's out in the forest somewhere, I expect. I'm trying to get Randall to fly his Neo so I can do a behind shot as well, with all the lights flashing and going on, like a mobile disco kind of a thing, you know. So that would be good. Comments, Dee Fellows, hello to Andy and the chat. Hi Dee, I hope you're well, my friend. Thanks guys for liking, subscribing. I do appreciate your viewership. Kissy bum time. How heavy are they? Good question, actually. There is a link down below. I'm just going to see if I can go on the old website. What I will do. How can I share screen again? This might go horribly wrong, guys. I do apologize if it does. Let's try that there, shall we? I think we're somewhere close to it now. I think we're, yeah. Okay, so that's for the Avata 2. So if you've got the Avata, so that's the Avata 1. So if you've got the Avata 1, it will go on the Avata 1. If you've got the Avata 2, hey, presto, I've done it just there. We're going to go down to, now, does it give me any grammage? I'm just having a look. As I slurp my tea, my cold tea, by the way. Right, got some great reviews here, guys, by the way. 100%. Mark's Best Buys, links down below. 100% positive feedback. You can read the reviews. I think these are probably all genuine. I'm not sure, but we're not here to do that. We are here to see the weight, aren't we? Oh, there's a video there, by the way. I just play the video if it allows me to do that. I don't know. Are we seeing that at all? I don't know. I don't know if we are actually. I'm not sure it's showing that. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of it there. Just guys, that's it there. I don't click on it and open it. It will open up another page, and you can't see it, so you've got to view it from there. But there we go. Let's go back and see if we can find some weight for this. He did send me an email, actually. Let's just have a look on my phone a minute. He sent me an email several days ago. Let's just see if I can. They're not heavy. They're not heavy at all. Right, just bear with me, guys. I'm just getting into my emails right now. Just loading up my email page. And where are we? Right. A second. Get to the right box would be good, won't it? So here we go, Mark. Right. So yeah, 58 grams. 58 grammage, that is. Okay, they're 58 grams. I guess that includes all the strappings and everything. That is for the Avata. Probably go on the Neos as well. There is a heavier one, which I've got, which I don't think shown right here. It's the bigger one, which I think is probably around about maybe 90 to 100 grams, perhaps a bit less than, probably about 80 grams actually. So the whole lot, 60 grams, that's 120. You got about maybe 190 grams, 180 grams, which is something similar really to the Insta360 of all the bits and pieces on it. Just see if I can go to his other items, shall we? So what else he's selling? Just see if I can find the bigger one. I'm not sure that I'm actually showing that at the moment. Okay, I'll stop screen sharing. There we go, stopped it now. So yeah, I think that one there, the big one here, which I don't think he's selling at the moment. I couldn't see it on his eBay, but I guess if you contacted him, he'll probably send one out to you. That's maybe 35, 40 pounds worth, I suppose, of all the strappings going on. If you're into kind of night flying, perhaps with the Avata. I'm not sure that would actually go on the Neo 2. I don't know if the Neo 2 is going to be powerful enough. I wouldn't have thought so, but I mean, I don't know. But certainly the Avata is man enough to take a big chunky thing like that. It's not that chunky, to be honest. It's a bit of an insult for it. But it's a good piece of kit, and it really does bang out some lights. I'm just trying to get the thing to turn on. I think it's just low on battery, I think. That's probably the problem with that. But anyway, yeah, looking forward to it, guys. Anyway, so more videos to come. Hopefully a night flying video sometime soon. That'll be interesting. And yeah, I'll be uploading that to my obviously my YouTube channel. Right, have I missed anything? Okay, so we got some comments here. Eternal Padawan 1. Hi, hope you're well. Sorry if I completely mullered your name, by the way. He says, I gave up droning for 3D printing. The wind down here in Plymouth is just too crazy for flying. I find that, yeah, with Mitchie UK, he's based in Plymouth as well. He's a drone addict, a bit like myself. Okay, drone addicts over here, guys. Yes, we have a problem, by the way. But it's a good one. Yeah, drone addiction is a real thing. Just too crazy for flying. I now love drone life vicariously through you. And cheers. I appreciate all your comments, guys. Thank you for that. I do try and be a good advocate for, you know, the drone flying community. Yeah, there's some rules and regulations coming in which can make it, you know, curtail our enjoyment, you know, sometimes, but obviously we've got to try and work within the parameters of the laws set out by the CAA. Sometimes difficult, some of them don't make much sense, but they're there, I suppose. We have to adhere to them and bend to their rules. But we just try and enjoy ourselves, you know, as much as we possibly can before perhaps, you know, things become too severe within legislation that is just not worth, you know, drone flying anymore. I mean, God forbid that happens, you know, because that would be like a freedom taken away. I find it an amazing privilege in a sense to get out there and to fly my drones within the forest. Forest to me, it means freedom. It means just beauty. I just connected with nature. I do love the great outdoors, and I do love drone flying. And I think for me, drone flying and the forest and the great outdoors is where they come together in is just perfect music in a sense. You know, it makes a perfect music. And of course, now we've got cameras on drones, we've got edit suites, we've got YouTube. You know, it's a fantastic way for me to express myself in my videos, you know, to take my footage, to stick it on, you know, in an edit suite and then really get to work on it. Because when I've got the footage, it's only 50% of the job done. In fact, I spend more time editing my videos than I do flying. Okay, but it's a labor of love. I love to do it. I would love this to be my full-time occupation, to be honest. I just love it so much. If I could, and if I had the viewers, and if it paid enough money, I'll be out there every single day, morning, go out there 2 or 3 hours, getting the videos, getting the footage, coming home, sticking it on the PC, and then really getting to work to make something really watchable and viewable. I think maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes is about as much as I want to go. They have been going over to, I've noticed this, looking back at my videos, my library, they've gone from like 15 minutes to 18 minutes to 25 minutes to 30 minutes to 35 minutes. I'm thinking, whoa, hang on a minute, when do you actually stop? Because I know there's some people out there who would just love it to go on for hours and hours and hours. I'm one of those myself. So I do appreciate you making your videos out there. And I, you know, that's the reason why I've got links down below, guys, to these amazing YouTube channels which do fly drones. And if they don't fly drones, they're just bloody good human beings. Okay, and that's kind of the people I like to gravitate towards. Sorry about that. I went a bit of a rabbit hole there, didn't I? I'll try and crawl out of that one, but yeah, I do appreciate your viewership, guys. Okay, Eternal Paddle. It says nighttime dogfights. Could be an interesting concept. I do like to edit my videos and just add something in, some machine guns, some shaking of the footage, all this kind of thing. Just add something to it. It's amazing what you can do with edit suites these days. And I'm pretty much a novice at it. Been doing it for a while now, but I consider myself just really scraping the very surface. You can do a deep dive into some of these edit suites, and you can get some amazing effects. But then you're going to go into the realms of AI, and that's where I kind of think to myself, well, hang on a minute, you know, I pull back from AI. I use a bit of AI moves, but everything else, all the video shots with my 360 camera when I'm flying around, and you can zoom out and see the drone flying over the forest or in the forest. That's all done with this camera here, Insta360 X4 Air. Fantastic little camera. Just stick it on top of the drone like so, and it can take it because it's a strong little motor on that one, great battery, and you get those amazing shots. So when it comes to AI, as much as I will do is a little bit of music, I have to do a bit of AI music because I like a bit of music in my videos just to add to the atmosphere. But you've got to be careful using music because YouTube will pick up on that. The bots are running around like mad things, looking for videos, you know, looking for the certain videos with music in, and they will unfortunately give you a copyright strike, and it's 3 strikes and basically you're down the road without a channel. And my channel's been going for a long time, just trying to build it up, really make it into something, you know, interesting. Right, a few more of your comments. Let's have a little look. Shall we start from the top? I think. Good morning, young man. Hi, Shep. Hope you're well, buddy. That was half an hour ago. Good morning, my friend. Can these fit to the Neo 2? I think they can, you know. I think they can. In fact, I don't think they can because, right, so I think these are probably 3D printed. I'm not entirely sure, okay. I'm just going to get X out your, so we can see a bit more. Right, so this will fit to the Neo 1. Okay, like that there. Here's the Neo 2. Got the batteries on charge at the moment, guys. I've got my little number in there, by the way. That's right, I put my number in there. You know, drone flying number, legal requirement. So they won't fit over. Okay, they just won't go over. They're not long enough. They're not long enough. Okay, they just won't. They're not long enough, as you can see. Perhaps Mark at some point will make some for the Neo 2. I think if he doesn't, he's missing a trick. If he does, I think that he'll probably sell quite a few. I think the Neo 1, I think that's probably the best-selling drone DJI have ever made, closely followed by this one at the moment. I think this one here is going to overtake it because this one here, I mean, the Neo 1's a legend in its own right. That was a fantastic drone. That was like just wow, this is something completely different. Autonomous modes, you know, FPV and all the rest of it. But this one just does everything that little bit better. Better camera, flight time's a bit very similar actually, but all the hand gestures and everything else, that's amazing. You can't do that with the Neo 1. This one you can. I think this one's going to outsell the Neo 1 probably, and the price is pretty good as well. And you know, with all your goggles and your motion controller and things, you know, you can use it with the Neo 1 and the Neo 2. So if you've got the goggles and the motion controller, all you then basically is to upgrade to this bad boy here, which is about £160, £170 or whatever, like not a huge amount of money, you know, but a good deal of fun, a little bit quicker as well. I did find that the Neo 1 was a little bit slow in certain places and open spaces. When you're in a forest, it's great because it's just the right speed. But this one here, this is quite a quick drone. You know, 16 meters per second. What's that? 22, 23 miles per hour. That's pretty quick in a densely packed forest. Things go by really, really quickly, and you've got to look for a little gap and then go for it and just hope that you can get through it. That there's no little twigs the other side. So when that works, that really is a great buzz, and it just keeps me coming back for more. Yeah, so to answer your question, unfortunately, they don't fit. But I think Mark at some point will be making them to fit the Neo 2, and they should fit because everything's very similar between the two. I mean, so they should fit. They will fit on there, I think. I'm not sure that that front thing would get in the way. That's the only problem looking at it, because the Neo original hasn't got the little front windows there. I think you would have to yeah, I don't see why he couldn't do that, to be honest. And when he does, he'll hopefully let me know. And then if he lets me know, then I can let you guys know. Okay, and I'll probably try them out myself just to see how they go. But I think they're going to be pretty good, to be honest. So yeah, it's a solid piece of kit. I like it. I like the concept. I don't know why I didn't think of it, to be honest. So I'm always trying to think of things to do, new business ideas and whatever else. But that there absolutely works. That will work, and I want to try it out as well on the Neo Original. But I want to try the Avata first, and at night. So I think that's going to be absolutely amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blinding lights at the bottom as well. I don't think that's going to fail. I think that's going to be an absolute belter. Got little flashy ones at the back as well. I think that's a brilliant concept. Well done, Mark. Congratulations for that. He's a one-man band. If it's a big corporation, well, it's fine. I'll try and do a review on your product. But a one-man band like myself, I gravitate towards one-man bands. People who are actually trying to make something of their life. I like to help these people because I know what it's like with the whole cam cap thing myself. I've tried to make cam cap work. It's difficult. That concept's tough. And I'll be wearing my cam cap in the summertime when the better weather comes, because at the moment I'm just wearing my little hat there, keep my head warm when I'm flying. Right then, just Shep. What we got then, just Shep? I have seen a guy in the US who uses lights on his Avata 2 to investigate spooky abandoned houses. That could be interesting. Yeah. You know what? The more I fly, the luckier I get. It's my brother. Hang on a second. Sandy.
I'm watching a live stream here with you.
Yeah, so that's right. You're on it. You're on the live stream, bruv. That's Wiltshire Man, by the way. Wiltshire Man. There's a link down below to Wiltshire Man's channel.
That's what I wanted you to say. Right, I'll speak to you later.
All right, then. See you later, brother. Take care, mate. Bye. Oh, dear. That was Wiltshire Man. That was my brother. Fantastic channel. Go and check him out. Link down below. Now, I've completely lost my train of thought now. Where was I? Can't remember. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, regarding these lights here, guys, yeah, check out the links down below. Oh yeah, I was reading Shep's. Okay, sorry, Shep. I completely sideswiped there. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting, actually. Going to the buildings. Where was I? Saying something along the lines of, the more I fly, that's it, the luckier I get. Yeah. And I'm very fortunate where I live. I got a beautiful forest, which is like 15, 20 minutes away. And I can fly my drones within the forest. And I think it just makes some fantastic footage. And also with my 360 camera on top, I can just spin around. So if I fly past something like a deer, for instance, which I do oftentimes, because when I'm flying at speed, all I'm doing is just looking straight in the middle of my picture. If I deviate left or right, I'm not looking straight ahead, and I could hit a twig or a branch or, God forbid, a tree or something. And I can't even look down to see, my distance or my speed or, where the home point is. Sometimes I'm just concentrating fully on, tunnel vision, as it were, just looking for a little gap to fly into. So yeah, it really does sharpen up my drone flying skills. I like to think that I've gotten better over the years. Pictures of Suffolk. Hi, buddy. I enjoy your videos, by the way. I always try and watch, comment in the links down below. Shep's in the links down below, guys. Go and sub him. Go. Really, really nice guy, actually. Lives in North Oxfordshire. I want to have a coffee with you, Shep. We need to sit down and have a cup of coffee and a chat, I think. So I think you're a very likable man. You come across that way anyway. Pictures of Suffolk. Look forward to the night flight. Yeah. I look forward to your videos, guys. Pictures of Suffolk, drone flying addict, a bit like myself. Links down below to his channel. Just Shep again. I haven't seen a successful night flight with the Neo 2s due to its sensor technology. Yeah, I think there's a bit of an issue with that. I think what it needs, Shep, is some really strong lights, going down below. And I think this is the problem, you see. It can't take a huge amount of weight unless you took all these fenders off and things, the protectors, which I wouldn't recommend to do, because they act as buffers there. So if you hit something, you know, and these are taken off, the gimbal is going to get the impact. So I'd rather leave them on. But, you know, if you really, really wanted to risk it, I suppose you could take those off, just, you know, get rid of a few grams or something, stick a light on the bottom somehow. And then obviously the forward facing light. So you've got some light going ahead. That would probably work. But with the Neo 2, it's just not quite powerful enough. The Avata, however, is. I think that would make some really interesting footage. Here's Cy. Hi, Cy. Morning, Andy. The lights look good. We'll make a great video. Enjoy. Just wish the weather could get better. All the best, mate. It is just chucking it down out there at the moment, guys. Let's have a quick look, shall we? It is not a nice day out there. You might just be able to see that. I don't know, but there's Wiltshire Man and myself there. Look, that was taken back in 2021. Yeah, absolute cats and dogs out there at the moment. The tea's gone cold. Yeah. Hope you're well, Simon. Yorkshire native, can't wait to see this in action. Neither can I. Neither can I. And if it was a clear night tonight, and I haven't got to get up mega early tomorrow to go to work for a few hours, I'll be out there with this bad boy here, banging it round the forest with my night vision goggles, catching all the footage. But I do need to put these on charge and put an SD card in there as well. And there we go, guys. Anyway, is there anything else I need to say? I don't know. I'm just going to quickly go through your messages. Yep, just SHEP again. Will be interesting in the music choices for the spooky flights. Always think you choose music well, full of videos. Yeah, I have gone on to, and don't like doing it, to be honest, because I do like genuine music. But the problem is with genuine music is that you'll probably get a copyright strike. Plus, it also costs money as well, you know. And when money is a bit of a tight subject at the moment. Long story, I won't bother going there. But you got to try and you know, by hook or by crook kind of a thing. And you can go on to a couple of music sites, AI music site, just type in what you want, instrumental, vocal, or whatever like, and then it will spit something out. And then you can either download it, cost you money. But what I tend to do, I screen grab it with my edit suite, because you can do that. Bit of a crafty thing to do, but it works. And obviously then you can import it into your edit suite. Then you can work some magic with it and, you know, implement it into a certain part of your video, just to give you that experience, if you like, you know. Great to catch a live stream. Hi, buddy. I hope you're well. Yeah, I'm doing a few of these, aren't I? I probably will do a few more when something pops into my head and the weather's crap out there like it is today. Come on here and jump, because I can't get out today. I want to get out today. Haven't been out for a couple of days. I'm going a bit cranky at the moment, being stuck in this box here kind of a thing. I just hope spring comes soon. Let's pray for an early spring, guys, eh? Well, I am going away for a week in 25th of March to Tunisia for a week. And I cannot take my drones to Tunisia. I tried to take them last year. They were confiscated at the airport in Tunisia. I didn't think I'd ever see them again. Thankfully, I did. I came back a week later and claimed them, and here they are today to tell the tale. So no droning from the 25th of March to the 1st or the 2nd of April, maybe the 3rd of April. I don't know when it is, but yeah. So that'll be a week away from my drones. When I survive, I just have to drink plenty of beer, I think. Remember to hit the like, everyone. It helps live. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, hit the like. Please like and subscribe. Trying to make something of the channel. Go down to the links down below. We've got some fantastic people down there. A fantastic little community of, let's call it, responsible drone flyers, okay? Which hopefully, I'm kind of one of those. But yeah, we're trying to get a nice little niche here of responsible drone flyers. It's a great, fantastic hobby to get into. And I say it oftentimes, if anyone's looking to get into drone flying, you got to get yourself either the Neo 1, fantastic at the moment, the Neo 1 with the FPV stuff, which includes the goggles, N3, the motion controller, whatever that is, N3, N4, I don't know. Yeah, starter pack. I mean, you're up and going for less than 500 quid, probably even less than 450, I think, depending where you go. Go to DJI, buy it from them directly. Fantastic company to deal with. Also get the care refresh, about 16 quid. It's about £16 for a year. So if you prang it, they'll just send you a new one, or they're, you know, it's a cheap fix. They'll fix it for you. Quick turnaround as well. Or upgrade to this one here for £509. You get the Neo 2, 3 batteries. You also get all the Gubbinses as well, you know, the FPV stuff, and you can be a mad thing like me flying around in the woods, or just around, you know, I don't do much urban flying, but you can fly, you know, around the town, different places, but just don't fly near people's houses. So I don't think they like that. Some people do, you know, go around companies and fly. They stand on a public highway, a public path, fly into a company somewhere, buzz around the company, security come out, have a bit of a go, because they don't know the law. All of a sudden you've got a confrontation going on, and that's what gives drone flyers, I think, a bad name, but they are acting within the law, you know. Yeah, drone flying can be a funny thing at times. So much looking forward to that, Andy. You know, DJI will want you working for them in their development team. I'd love to do something like that. In Swindon at the moment, there's a factory being built. No, I think it's already being built. They're just going into an installation presently, and they're making drones, but big mother drones, you know, military stuff, you know, and stuff which deliver pesticides on fields, that kind of thing. We're talking big drones, you know, 4, 5, 6 feet kind of big. I'd love a job in there. Development. Well, I don't know much about electronics. I don't know much about materials and all this kind of thing. You know, they want techie people. I'm not a techie person. I just fly the damn things. You know, I don't necessarily get into the minutiae of, you know, camera settings and ISOs and stuff like that. I just go with what is pretty much, you know, bare bones, and I just use that, and I find it's good enough. Take my footage, stick it on my edit suite, and then I can really work with it to make it how I want it to look, basically. But yeah, that's yeah, I just like to fly the drones, basically. I'm good at manufacturing and making stuff and coming up with ideas, you know, and trouble solving. I'm good at that kind of a thing. But as for techie stuff, nah, it just goes over my head, that one. Yeah. Hello, Andy. Yep. Okay, we're just going to catch up then, guys. We just go to the N1. Oh, there's a few. Gosh, wow. Okay. I'm just going to flick through them, guys, just highlighting them. Thanks, guys, for taking the time. Try to Pixabay free music. Great journey. David from Kent. Hi, David. I hope you're well, my friend. Okay, right. It's Daniel. God bless you, Daniel. I agree with the audits. I'm making problems for it. They are, I'm afraid. That's something which I would never, ever think about getting into, because I just don't. I'm not that kind of a person. I hate confrontation. It's the reason why I fly in the forest. Someone comes along, hey, what are you doing? And they might seem, not, I've never had this, by the way. I mean, it might come up, they might be aggressive. You shouldn't be doing this, or whatever else. And you get into the conversation, and the way I like to conduct myself is cool, calm, and collective, non-aggressive, you know, just talk to people quietly. And then my aim is to try and get these on their heads, and try and get the motion control in their right or their left hand. Because I know as soon as I got these on their heads, right, and this in their right hand, and this thing up in the air somewhere, I know that I won a friend. Okay, we've won a friend over to drone flying, because it's just a fantastic hobby to get into. It really, really is. In fact, I like the fact that you ignore the rules, to be honest. I still call you responsible. Yeah, okay, so having a Randall sometimes, yeah, it's a little bit tough, to be honest. And to be honest, if you had several Randalls out there, the way I fly, okay, let's say you've got a 2 or 3 acre forest, a thick forest, and you've got a Randall, you know, 6 Randalls spread throughout the forest on that, you know, 3 or 4 acre site. At some point, that drone is not going to be seen by a Randall, because it goes behind a tree. You know, so we understand when you're flying FPV, you've got to have a spotter to keep an eye on the drone all of the time, 100% of the time, from takeoff to when it comes back. That drone has to be in sight all the time, 100%. That is impossible in a forest. You know, I could be stood, my spotter, okay, could be stood 6 feet from me. There's a tree 3 feet away. I could fly around the back of a tree. It's gone out of sight. Is that breaking the law? I mean, by the letter of it, yes, it's breaking the law. But the law sometimes is a bit of an arse. It sometimes is. Okay, I'm just going to flick through them, guys. Thanks, SHEP. Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, I do come up with some concepts, actually, some weird ones as well. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Just flicking through them, guys. I've got to make tracks in a moment. I want a cup of tea and a hot one. Yeah. I don't think the links to the other sites are in the description at the moment. Yeah, I will stick them in, guys, okay? Unborn Writer. Hi, buddy. Thanks for your comments, by the way. Nice to eventually catch a live stream. Yeah, I'll be doing a few more of these at some point, I suppose. Still bouncing down, but yeah, rain. Still chucking it down out there. Whenever I plan to go out, the wind picked up. Yeah, well, hopefully summer's on its way. I think, you know, we're getting all the rain now. Okay, this is my prediction, guys. All the rain's coming now. Come spring, summer, it'd be an amazing spring and summer. Probably come September, hosepipe ban. Okay, Dan, here we go. Daniel, night flight to test it. Absolutely, yes, I will, Daniel. Also, yeah, I'll tell you a story about that. When I first got these, I got these off a Facebook Marketplace about almost a year ago now. I took them out that very same night. I went down to Savernake Forest, the particular part where I go, I know really, really well. I know even better now. But I was in there in the dark. My God, that was quite scary, actually. The things you hear, it takes on a totally different, it's a totally different animal. Call it an animal, call it a yeti if you like. When you're there in the daytime, the forest is your friend because you can see everywhere, and you know, it is what it is, basically. At night in the dark, I walk down that, you cannot see your hand in front of your face. It is that dark out there, and you hear some goddamn weird noises, I tell you. I mean, if yetis exist, they're most definitely in a place like that. I heard some weird noises, and it put the shits up me. Let me tell you that. I don't often swear, but it did put the shits up me. And then I made tracks. I got out of there, but the thing is, I took the wrong path. I ended up somewhere where I thought I was, but I wasn't. Then I was walking around for the next hour trying to find my way back to the correct path. I didn't have a clue where I was. I was just walking around aimlessly. I couldn't get no signal on my phone to see where I was on Google Maps, but eventually I did. And I was fully prepared to wait until first light, about 5:30 in the morning, then to come out of there and then go home and go to bed or something. But no, that did put the shits up me, actually. So I need a real strong, powerful torch to find my way out of there. But these are good. Getting back to these guys, I think these are absolutely, excuse the pun, these are absolutely blinding. I'm really looking forward to putting these bad boys to the test, I tell you. There we go. That is just the bottom ones. I've got the mother of all lights on top, which I can't get working and charging up, I think, but that there is awesome. Oh, we get rid of that, I think. Spam calls, who needs them, eh? Right, we'll turn these off then, guys. Going to charge them up, get them ready for maybe, I don't know, it's probably going to be Sunday, I think, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can't do anything tonight, I don't think, because I'm up working early tomorrow. Yeah, it's probably going to be probably Sunday, I expect. Would be great to have a coffee at some point. Yeah, I'll probably contact you, Shep. If I'm up that way, I'll bung you a message or something. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Sandy crashed him alive. Yeah, link down below to his channel, actually, guys. He's an interesting guy. He's actually very interesting. There's going to be a massive increase in Oxfordshire of UFOs. Yep, it certainly is. Yeah, keep an eye out for social media, guys, around the Oxfordshire area, around the Savanac area. There's going to be some weird stuff in the sky. Okay. People's photos into 3D. Okay. I took my Neo 2 in a disused railway tunnel yesterday. Pretty great big lights. It would be actually. Interested to know what the signal was like there. Okay, what was the signal like? Did it do something a bit funky and go sideways and crash or something? So I tried that once going under a bridge. That was with my Neo 2. I thought it would be a great idea to fly my drone under a bridge, okay, which goes over the River Kennet. Quite a long bridge, actually, maybe 35, 40 meters. I almost got to the end and it did something funky, went sideways, crashed, and then ended up in the drink. There was a video down below somewhere, guys, to that one. But I managed to get it out and it actually flew after that. Credit to DJI. They make some fantastic drones and equipment and cameras as well. This one here. I've got a couple more around here as well. Got too many cameras, I don't use them all. If you are looking for a new business idea, grab a 3D printer for Hugh Forge and you can PO. What's that mean? Hugh Forge. I don't know much about it. See, that's a bit technical for me. 3D printing. It's one of these new fandangled things, isn't it? Which I don't know too much about. I'm very much a nuts and bolts. Give me a hammer, give me a set of nails or something, and a drill, and I can put something up or whatever, like, or a set of spanners and show me a bit of an engine, or be able to do something with it, But things like 3D printing, technical stuff with drones and stuff, yeah. I just like to drive the damn things, a bit like a Formula One driver. He knows hardly anything about the engine, but he knows how to drive the damn thing. I'm a bit like that, really. Okay. Oh, cheers, guys. That's very kind of you. Yorkshire Native Drones, favorite drone YouTube channel by far. Links down below to his channel, guys. Go and check him out. There's loads of, most of you in the chat are probably down there, actually. Just go and sub each other. That would be a good thing to do, wouldn't it? Hello, I'm watching your channel since a couple of days and really enjoy the tranquility and the enthusiasm for the hobby. I am contemplating getting my Neo 2 today. Best of luck with YouTube. Yeah, I'm trying really hard with YouTube. Some of it's about the money, I have to admit. We all need money to buy bread and put a roof over our head and everything else. But more for me, it's about sharing my passion, for drones. Okay. Yeah, so I love flying drones in the forest. I love coming home with my files, edit suite, and just bang out a really good video. I love editing. I just love drone. I love everything about it. It's a fantastic community. I actually feel part of something, I do. I like Suno for making music myself. Another new hobby of mine is now making music videos. It's the way to get decent new music. It actually is, to be honest, because as I said earlier, I have used other music, paid for music, stuck it on my video, and I've got a copyright strike from it. Oh, that is just like, why, So I've gone over to music.so, aimusic.so, and you can just go there and you can it's a free trial basically, and you just type in what you want in the description box, and whether you want vocals or whether you want just instrumental, and it'll make something for you. And to be honest, it's pretty bloody good. Some of it's pretty bloody good. I had so many issues with copyright for videos in the beginning. I now just stick with YouTube music. Yeah, that's pretty good, but there's a lot of rubbish on there. I find myself trolling through that for hours, endlessly hours. It is very comprehensive, YouTube music. I do find myself going through it for hours to try and get some decent tracks. But you really have to spend the time, a couple of hours to go through YouTube music and to, download something pretty decent. Hi, Steve here. Could you see the lights? I missed them. I think I showed them, didn't I? Or just go back and watch them. But basically, here they are here. This is my Avata 2. They also go on the Neo 1. They don't go on the Neo original. That's the Neo original. It goes on that one. It won't quite fit on the Neo 2 yet. That is something pending, I hope. And if I get note of that, then I'll obviously broadcast that. Yeah, so these are the lights here. The bottom ones go on the Neo 1 original. The top one, I don't know if it will. That has got some weight to it. I mean, it might, but it give you a whole load more light. There's more light there, you know. So yeah, these are really powerful. I'm really looking forward to it. Actually, it's going to make a really good video, guys. I'm really looking forward to getting out there and flying it in the forest. There we go. Anyway, guys, thanks for all your DaVinci Resolve user, best free editor out there. Yeah, it's pretty good. Do you know what? I'm kind of happy with WonderShare. In a sense, a bit disappointed as well, because they've got a music library and I've used their music before, put it in my videos, uploaded it to YouTube, and then they've kind of said you can't use this for monetization because of a copyright. I think, well, hang on a minute, it's on the bloody WonderShare edit suite. How can that be copyright? And that's even one of the latest versions of WonderShare, you know. So they got something weird and strange going on there, I suppose. But yeah, you know, but regarding DaVinci Resolve, it's a whole new learning process for me. I mean, it's taken me months to basically get where I am now, you know, with WonderShare Filmora 15.0.01. It's taken me a while to get to that point of learning now, and I'm still learning on it. I'm getting better. I'm finding little things to add into my videos just to make it more interesting. The last thing I did was kind of flying through the forest, following the Neo 2 and kind of trying to shoot it down, you know, with the old shaking going on and the Gatling gun sort of thing going on, which was quite different, interesting. Yeah, you know, like that kind of thing. I'll probably do more of that, but to go and learn DaVinci Resolve once again, whole new learning curve. I know a lot of these things are kind of generic. So what you got going on in WonderShare is something very similar to what you got going on in DaVinci Resolve and probably some of the others as well. But at the end of the day, it's another kind of a learning curve. And I'm 60 years of age and I ain't got a lot of time left. Okay, guys. Yeah. Yeah, abandoned castle, that would be interesting. A bit spooky. Okay, guys, I think I'm all caught up pretty much with your comments. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys. Yeah, saw money, Daniel, isn't it? Just wait for a few more. Yeah, that's pretty good. See you sooner. Hang on, where's that gone? Who said that? Sooner. See you sooner. Now that is Shaun the Drones. I can't take that. That's Shaun the Drones. Anyway, guys, thanks for spending some of the morning with me. I do appreciate that. Please go down there, like and subscribe. Obviously helps the algorithm, whatever an algorithm is. Some pop band, I suppose, maybe. I don't know how the algorithms. That's a good name for a pop band, the Algorithms, isn't it? Yeah, I might try and get www.thealgorithms.com. I might buy that site, I think, and maybe sell it for a lot of money. Anyway, so there we go, guys. Yeah, come to the end of the stream now. So thanks for watching. Please check out the links down below and also the links to the lights, because I think they're bloody awesome. Anyway, guys, take care. See you on the next one. Bye for now.